Alrighty guys, what is going on? Welcome back to our New York Jets franchise mode. This time we are going to be taking on the 2-3 Chargers. Now our team is 2-3, and after a very upsetting loss to the Cardinals where we blew the lead and just could not get it back and some bull crap happened, we are hoping to go back to 500 and become a 3-3 team here against the Chargers at their home stadium. Now I've noticed we play very, very well on the road, but it's at home that we struggle. It's very weird. It should be the opposite, but for some reason when we're on the road we play better. I don't know if it's because we just love upsetting our fans or what it is, but this time we're going to be taking on the Chargers and their phenomenal defense. They got two X factors on their defensive side, and then not to mention Keenan Allen as a wide receiver option. It is going to be a very tough matchup here, and it is definitely going to be one of the hardest defenses besides San Francisco that we've had to go up against. And now let's get on into the kickoff to start this game. And here we are starting the game off, kicking it off to the Chargers, and the kick is up and away. They're going to get on their 2-yard line as they're now returning it and going to be brought down right around the 22-23 yard line there.
The Chargers take over first and
Out
10.
comes the rookie Justin Herbert, who's having a fantastic year, yet to throw an interception. 1,358 passing yards and 9 touchdowns on the year, 0 interceptions. And we have 0 interceptions as well, not thrown, but received. Our defense has not intercepted one ball. Every time a ball is a chance to be intercepted, we just swat it to the ground. Can we go out here and upset the Chargers and get his first interception? Who knows? Throwing out wide to his tight end there for a 0-yard gain. First and 10 now.
Second and 10. At the 22-yard line.
Oh, sorry, second and 10, not first and 10. As Herbert's dropping back, going deep, and he finds the receiver. I think that's Henry there again with a big pickup of 27 yards, moving the change up to the 49-yard line. Here's the offensive coordinator talking to Darnold, talking about what he's seen the Chargers do in the past and what he would like to see Darnold possibly work on in the zone coverage, man-to-man coverage, and whatnot. Trying to get that game plan set for so when they get out there, they know what's going on. Wide open, Hunter Henry. We must have been in zone coverage. He just found a nice soft spot in the zone. Cornerback had to step up to cover 13. Allen, which caused a deep throw right there. Again, handing it off to the running back now, who fumbles the ball, picked up by the defense, and it is brought down. That is going to be Brian Poole with the fumble recovery there. Who is it? Oh God, Ackler fumbled the ball. There we go. Oh my God, Sam Darnold, 1,189 passing yards, 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the day. He's had a rather rough second half of the past 2 weeks, but he's had very good first halves. He appears to be a first half quarterback, and then he kind of dies down in the second half as he's going to throw it out wide to Chris Hogan right there. Over to Hogan. Yep, for a 9-yard reception. Is now second and 1
at the 46-yard line.
On the 46-yard line. All right, here we are. Sam Darnold now. Dropping back again. Going to hand it off to Bell, who's going to run up the middle, moving the chain. 3-yard rush right there by Bell last week. 15 rushes and 64 yards, as well as a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell definitely have a much better season than the year prior, hoping to get over 1,000 yards rushing as he. Allen again, dropping back in backfield with Le'Veon Bell. Ball is hiked, looking to pass it deep. Goes and he finds the rookie Denzel Mims, who gets brought down after a gain of about 8 to 9 yards, bringing another second and 1. Jaguars beat the Lions 38-13. Bell gets the handoff and he rushes for about a 6-yard gain there. Moving the chains down to the 30-yard line now, 1st and 10 again.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Allen gets the ball, drops back, looking for someone, goes over to Le'Veon Bell, makes a move, and brought down for a gain of about 8 yards there. 2nd and 2 now, as we might see a little rush up the middle from Le'Veon Bell here. Seems to be the pattern. Go with a pass. No, it's going to be a play action as Allen rolls out, looking for someone, goes deep, and he finds Chris Hogan, who brings it down to the 6, possibly the 5-yard line. Yep, it's going to be the 5-yard line, giving us a 1st and goal opportunity. Good thing we didn't hand it off to Bell, as there was tons of Chargers defenders just waiting to level Bell in the backfield. Darnold able to see that and able to roll out and find Chris Hogan in the backfield. I think if we tried to throw it to Denzel Mims, 26 there, might have been able to pick it off. And now we're on the 5-yard line. And we're just going to probably just try to rush this one in with Le'Veon Bell. So we're going to pitch it out right. Bell gets brought back in the backfield for a loss of 4 yards there. Now back at the 9-yard line still. Now 2nd and goal. 9 yards to go. Looks like Sam Darnold might have to throw this one in the back to try to get this touchdown, as this Chargers defense is not letting Bell get any room to work around. They know when Bell gets hot, these Jets do fantastic. So they're trying to neutralize him from doing really anything of any note. Darnold now dropping back, hands it off to Bell, who runs it up the middle and scores the 9-yard rushing touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. There we are, and now the New York Jets are up by a touchdown. What a rush by there. Can't believe it. Le'Veon Bell rushing right on in. Nice little cut there. He was supposed to go out far left through that gap, but he saw that a lot of Chargers defenders were covering the gap, and he does a little quick change of direction and instead cuts right up the middle and rushes untouched for the touchdown. Now the extra point is going to be up, and it is going to be good, as now the Jets are up 7-0 against these Chargers. Now Justin Herbert's got to look to do something after Eckler fumbles the ball last time, or Eckler. It's Eckler, not Eckler. Eckler. As they're going to take it as a touchback, little knee in the end zone, and they're going to get the ball on there to start off for their second drive on the 25-yard line. Austin Eckler now has 1 rush for 5 yards and a fumble. Going to be looking to change that up in this second drive here. Will they go right back to Eckler, try to get some confidence in him and know that he's going to handle the ball? Or will they just decide that Herbert is going to have to throw this ball more? As he's in the backfield getting pressure, and there's another fumble! Tries to throw it away, unable to do it, gets hit while throwing it away, causing a fumble for a loss of 9 yards. But the Chargers line, Lamp, recovers the fumble right there. Lucky, lucky Chargers. Our guy was right there. Let's take a replay. Little hit there. 89 goes down to try to grab the fumble. Unable to do it. The lineman able to beat him for it. That was Anderson who tried to recover it. If he dove, maybe he could have done it. But it doesn't matter. It is now 2nd and 19 on their 16-yard line. Herbert's going to drop back. We get pressure, and he gets hit. But he's going to throw a curl route up to his tight end, Henry, who's been the only man really grabbing anything. Now 3rd and 11 on their 24-yard line. And we're starting to see our line starting to get some pressure on Herbert here, able to break through the line. They're throwing out wide to their wide receiver. Does he pick up the first down? No, he doesn't. It is going to bring about a 4th and inches on the 35-yard line. Will they go for it to pick up that inch, or will they punt it away and play it safe, giving the Jets another opportunity to go up 14-0. Last time we were up 14-0, we blew the lead to the Arizona Cardinals and lost the game. Not a bad read right there by Herbert. If the guy could have reached just a slight bit more forward, he would have been able to get that first down.
Ryan Allen on
we're going to see them just punt the ball away. See a little motion on that Jets side. Guy was in incorrect position. Punt is away. And Tavon Austin's going to get it at the 16-yard line and brought down at the 19-yard line for a gain of 3 to 4 yards there. Again, no blocking help from these Jets for Tavon Austin. It's like they want him to just get lit up. Here comes Sam Darnold after scoring a touchdown last time, or a rushing touchdown from Le'Veon Bell. Going to be looking to do the same thing, but this time they're dropped back to their 19-yard line. Start things off throwing here, as he's going to throw it right up the middle to Jamison Crowder for an 11-yard pass, moving the chains up to the 30-yard line. Darnold now dropping back again, looking for a receiver down deep. Throws it over to Chris Hogan, who grabs it for an 8-yard reception, now up to the 38-yard line, 2nd and 2. Darnold, Bell in the backfield, 3-man out right and 1 out left. And Darnold's going to just hand off to Bell. No, it's going to be a QB keep. He shakes off 1 tackle, and he gets hit sticked. Oh, the X Factor. Yep, that's the X Factor Tilbury that we were talking about on this defensive side of the ball. He should have slid, but he takes the hit, causing the fumble and allowing the Chargers to now get on their side of the field. This is what happened last time, a fumble causing the Arizona Cardinals to come back and win the game last week. And it really shifted the momentum that the Jets just never could get back. Is that going to be the same history? Is history repeating itself again here? Who really knows? They have the ball on the 44-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Eckler, who's going to shake off 1 tackle, gets brought down after a gain of 2 yards there, bringing about a 2nd and 8. Last week he rushed 8 times for 107 yards and a touchdown. This week he seems to be having a little bit more trouble, but he has plenty of game left to fix that. 7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Is Herbert going to try to get a playoff before the end of this quarter, or is he going to run out the clock, and he's just going to let the clock run out, go into the second quarter with fresh new time, not having to worry about anything. And the score 7-0 going into the second quarter. That's it. I think that's Darnold's like 4th or 5th fumble this season. It's not great. Darnold really needs to know when he should slide and get that awareness up, as they're going to hand it off to Eckler. Eckler goes untouched. Big gain right there for about 18-yard rush, moving the chains up to the 27-yard line, or moving the ball up to the 27-yard line, bringing about a new set of downs, 1st and 10. Now the COVID-free head coach excited about that one, as these Chargers are able to move the chains up. Eckler untouched, and that's been a problem that I've seen, is that we have no rushing defense. Absolutely none. No rushing defense whatsoever. As now they're in the I formation, looking to rush this ball again with Eckler after that fantastic run possibly. So they're going to go out wide to Eckler. Eckler untouched down to the 10-yard line. And they're going to bring him down finally at the 8-yard line, but there is an injury on the play for the Chargers lineman Green. See what's going on with him possibly here on the sideline. And it appears to be his leg, his ankle, possibly. Yep, I'm going to say an ankle injury, possibly sprained it on the line. As again in the I formation, they're just going to keep on handing it to Eckler, who's just been rushing all over. Sending the tight end over to the left in motion. Eckler is going to hand the ball off to Eckler again. Herbert's going to hand off the ball to Eckler again. And that time he's going to be brought back for a loss of 4 yards, bringing about a 2nd and goal. That was a tackle for loss by Jordan Jenkins, who got upgraded just a week prior to star Dev, hoping to see him develop a little bit more. The 26-year-old probably not going to turn into anything fantastic, but he can turn into a better left outside linebacker, or right outside linebacker. I don't remember which one we have him as, of the future. All right, as we have, they're breaking through the line, throw up the middle, and the wide receiver drops the ball, bringing about a 3rd and 11. Herbert now low man in the backfield, has 11 yards to pick up to try to get this touchdown. He's probably going to look to Keenan Allen here to try to get that touchdown. Pressure coming, and he throws it out of the sack. Doesn't have the arm strength, though, to get it to his receivers. That one hits the ground, bringing about the field goal team. 4th and goal now on the 11, and the Chargers are now just going to have to settle with a field goal. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm fine with that outcome. Finally, though, we're able to get some pressure on these quarterbacks. Clay Matthews was the guy who hit him to cause that throw of the sack animation. As now the Chargers kick is up, and the kick is good. And that is going to cause the game to now be 7-3. As now the Jets are going to be looking to again go out and score a touchdown. Hopefully Sam Darnold will be able to hold on to the ball this time and lead these Jets down the field and get up by 2 scores. Tavon Austin going to be the man returning this one, as he's going to be brought down right around the 23-yard line, bringing about a new drive. I think this is going to be our 3rd drive of the game. Sam Darnold looking to hold on to it, just fumbling just a drive earlier off of a fantastic rush. He was able to shake off 1 defender. I thought he was going to be brought back into the downfield. I would have been fine with that. I mean, it would have sucked, but still. I was just hoping that he wouldn't fumble. He shakes off 1 guy, and then the X Factor comes in and just clobbers him, causing him to fumble. Darnold now in the backfield, tons of time, goes deep to Denzel Mims, as that's going to be Larley, I think, again. The man who caused the guy to fumble, going to get the tackle there. Denzel Mims picking up the 1st down. He's been quiet the last couple of weeks ever since acquiring Everett, the newly tight end from the Los Angeles Rams. And now he's starting to get the ball a little bit more. No more Crowder. Past 2 to 3 weeks have been Jamison Crowder really getting the ball and turning into a man of his own and showing why he's the #1 wide receiver. But this game has been mainly Denzel Mims and Le'Veon Bell, kind of reminiscing from the first 2 to 3 weeks of the season, as Bell had a wide open gap up the middle and decides to cut it wide to the right side. And that's going to be a loss of 1 yard, bringing about a 2nd and 11 on the 42-yard line. The Giants beat the Washington football team 31-3. Oh, Dwayne Haskins not having a good season. Carolina beat Chicago 19-17 there. Trubisky threw 2 interceptions on the day, but yeah, wide open running route up the middle. Guys were flattened. He had all the room in the world, and he just tries to cut it out wide. Maybe he was scared that the guy was going to trip him up on the ground, twist his ankle. I don't know. And Darnold again. Now it's just 2nd and 11, dropping back, looking for someone, throws it up the middle to his receiver. I think that's Perryman with the grab there. Oh no, that was Gerald Everett with the 11-yard reception, moving the chains forward to a 1st and 11 on the 48-yard line. Now on Chargers side of the field, Bell going to truck through one man, and now there is a flag on the play.
Holding offense.
Going to be a holding call on the offense. It's going to be the rookie Mekhi Becton. 10-yard hold right there, bringing about a 1st and 14. Okay, at the 49-yard line, we get pushed back to our side of the field. Going to hand it off to Bell, who again, explosive, just picks it up, moving us right up to the 46-yard line, bringing in about a 2nd and 8. Now Darnold, the lone man in the backfield, going to look to pass for this 1st down. Find someone, curl route right up the middle. Does he hold on to the ball? Yes, he does. Le'Veon Bell picks up the 1st down, moving the chains down to the, moving the ball down to the 35-yard line right there. Bell able to hold on to it, but I don't know what happened at the very end. It seemed like the ball went flying. Yep, right there. DA, get on your stuff and fix these animations. Sam Darnold now dropping back again. Quick throw out to the wide receiver, or no, tight end Everett. Thrown out to his tight end Everett again for a 4-yard pickup. Everett now 2 receptions for 15 yards on the day. Moving it up to the 31-yard line, going to bring about a 2nd and 6 here. All right. Not something too amazing. But you know, at least we're getting some pressure, killing some clock. About 3 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Darnold going to hand the ball off to Bell, who's going to move it up 1 yard, giving us a 3rd and 5 opportunity here. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock here. And now Sam Darnold's probably going to have to try to pass for it. Calling it audible, didn't like the read there, saw something, and he's switching to something he likes, moving it. Throwing it up the middle to a wide open Everett, moving the chains down to the 30 now. There we are. Sam Darnold 11 for 11 for 116 yards. Gerald Everett, nice job there. That's what I like to see, boys. That's what I like to see. All right, so we just keep moving those chains, man. Gerald Everett wide open up the middle on that post route for a gain of about, I think, 10 yards there. 10 yards, I think it was. But here we are. Going to see a rushing attempt here by Bell, possibly. It's going to be my prediction. No, Sam Darnold's going to move out, throwing out to the flats to Everett. Almost read perfectly by the cornerback covering that route in zone coverage, but didn't quite get the time. Instead, just tackles him for a gain of 4 yards there. And that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Score 7-3, New York Jets inside the red zone, looking to punch it, giving us a 2-score lead going into halftime. And we should get the ball back in halftime too, as Darnold's going to have it. Drops back, goes up the middle to Mims, and Mims tries to make a move instead of trying to jump into the end zone, moving us down to the 2-yard line here.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Darnold going to just hand it off to Bell, who is going to get tripped up and fall at the 2-yard line, bringing about a 2nd and goal. Gets tripped up by his own lineman, trips over his ankle, as Bell is going to get a second chance. And he's going to instead just try to power it through the middle. Going to try to go out wide, bringing about a 3rd and 1. Darnold now dropping back, looking for someone. He's in the backfield looking for someone. He's going to get pressure. He's throwing it, but he throws it out of bounds. Man, this brings about a 4th and 1 opportunity. And Bell, you had your chance to get the 2nd rush team touchdown in the game. I don't know what's going on, Bell. I know you have great IQ and awareness, but you decide to run so far away. Instead of just powering it home, you could have just powered it home and got the touchdown. And we're going to go for it. 4th and goal. Here on the 1-yard line. Going to just hand it off to Bell, who's going to rush it up, but unable to make it. Is going to be a little unfortunate. But I think that was the smart move. We should have went for it. Bell could have powered it home and gave us that touchdown to begin with. But now on the 1-yard line, closer to the 2-yard line to be fair. The Chargers are going to have to get out of their own end zone here, possibly giving us a safety opportunity. Eckler charging forward, moving it up to the 5-yard line. Going to be their first timeout taken here with less than a minute left to play. The Chargers are able to march down this field and get any kind of points out of it. It is well deserved by them. C.J. Mosley with the tackle here. Now the 5-yard line. Herbert, lone man in the backfield, throws it down to his man Eckler, who gets absolutely obliterated as Anderson appears to be injured, taking a knee, causing us to have to take the timeout, bringing about a 3rd and 5. But Anderson here hurt after he had to take a knee. Apparently something wrong with his shoulder maybe after that big hit. Yeah, appears to be shaken up there. Something wrong with his shoulder, possibly back spasms again, as he's going to be taken off for the next play. Herbert again going to be dropping back, looking for something, as he's going to roll out right, throwing it out of bounds now, as they're going to have to punt the ball away with 36 seconds left on the clock. Can we get a block here? No, we can't. The punt is up. Going to be received by Tavon Austin, finally getting some blocks. Shakes off one guy and gets the ball up to the 40. This will get us a chance to possibly get at least a field goal, go up by a total of 1 touchdown. Denzel Mims on the season, 27 receptions for 403 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mims, I think I looked, he was ranked 9th in total yardage in the entire league. I think it was. Darnold going to draw back, look for someone, throwing out wide to Chris Hogan. Take a timeout there. Now we're going to start seeing a little bit quicker plays. No huddle offense type style. We need to get down to, I think, probably the 25, 30-yard line to just be safe that we can make this field goal. Darnold going to just chuck it down to Gerald Everett. And that is going to be just about it. Yep, timeout with 1 second remaining on the clock. Oh boy. As now we bring out the field goal unit for a 52-yard field goal here. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Now the Jets up by a total touchdown. 10-3 is the score going into halftime. Oh, we keep blowing it. Whenever we get within the 10-yard line, for some reason, we choke away a lot. We should have got a touchdown on the last play. Le'Veon Bell could have just ran it forward. I don't know what he saw, but he saw something that caused him to try to break out wide. Miami at Denver. Total of 14-10 on the day. Going into halftime, Denver up 14 with 2 touchdowns from Drew Lock. Cincinnati Indianapolis at Cincinnati, or Cincinnati and Indianapolis. The Colts are up 37-14. Actually, that was the final score. Colts beat the Bengals 37-14. 2 rushing touchdowns by Marlon Mack. The Colts apparently starting to get on a little bit of a hot spree. Bengals 4-2 record. Kansas City at Buffalo. And Kansas City winds up winning by a field goal, 17-14, causing the Bills to drop back to a 2-4 record. Patty Mahomes with 2 touchdowns on that day. As here is the rushing touchdown by Le'Veon Bell there. Justin Herbert. I think this is a touch. I don't think this is a tutty. But yeah, that was the wide open throw at the beginning of the game to Hunter Henry. As we are now into the start of the second half, as we're going to start off with the ball. As he's kicked to us, Tavon Austin grabbing it, getting up some yards, pushing through one man, but gets brought down right at the 23-yard line. All right, 24 yards per return. Tavon Austin starting to get some blocks. When he gets blocks, he usually rushes for like 20-plus yards, but when no blocks, he usually averages under 5 yards per return. So here's Sam Darnold with 2 running backs in the backfield. He could go either way here. He's just going to drop back. Quick throw is to his man. And oh, damn, Jamison Crowder had all the room in the world. That would have been a touchdown pass if they didn't have that star ability on him. Able to just trip him up at the 41-yard line. That would have been a huge break off. Let's take another look here. Finds the receiver. Boop, right there. Just barely able to clip his ankles. About his shoelace. He got him by the shoelace there. As now Darnold at the 41-yard line going to be looking for another big throw as he's the low man in the backfield. Dropping back. No one. Finds someone in the middle. That is going to be Everett again for a huge pickup. Bring it down to their 39-yard line. That is a 10-yard after catch reception. Now 6 for 51 is Everett. And that's going to be Chris Harris Jr. with the tackle. Now down at the 39-yard line is going to be very interesting. Are they going to continue to throw it as that seems to be working? Or are they going to switch it up to try to kill some clock with Le'Veon Bell now that they're on the other opposing side of the field? Darnold now dropping back again with Le'Veon Bell a little bit slightly to the side of him. As Bell's going to just look to block. Darnold going to throw it down into the flat to Everett for a 0-yard gain. Bring about 2nd and 10. I mean, it was a reception, but still no gain on the play there. Falcons beat the Vikings 21-9. Cousins not having the greatest game there. Possibly could see our first rush of the drive or of the half, handing off to Bell. Bell goes out wide, trying to keep on going, but goes nowhere. Gain of 0 yards. Bringing about a 3rd and 9 now on the 39-yard line. Darnold drops back, throws it to his running back, who is going to be brought down after a gain of about 4 yards there. Bringing about 4th and 6 as we're going to have to settle with a field goal, or are we just going to punt the ball away? Decisions. Last quarter, we were able to get the field goal from about this range. Are we going to go for it again, or are we just going to play it safe, try to punt them and get them down behind the 20-yard line? We decide to go for it. Another 52, 53-yard field goal here. Kick is up. Does it have the distance? It does, just barely. Jets getting another field goal, and the score is now 13-3. That is going to push us to a 2-score lead. That's what I like to see. I like to have 2-score leads. It feels a little bit safer. 3-score leads, I mean, it's pretty much over at that point, but we'll see how we're able to do if we're able to stop the Chargers here on their next drive. They're going to start it off at their 24-yard line. As here comes Justin Herbert. Austin Eckler today, 6 rushes for 42 yards and 7 yards per catch. He has no touchdowns on the day as the Chargers have had to settle with just a field goal earlier in the first quarter. Herbert dropping back with Eckler. Going to look to just pass it. Quick throw to his tight end, Hunter Henry,
Herbert's pass.
who is going to grab it for a 5-yard reception. Now, Herbert going to try to rush it with Eckler. No, I was wrong again, man. I got to stop trying to call these things. Instead, he throws it over to Allen, who is able to hold on to it. Even with all the pressure around him, they got to start throwing the ball a little bit more to Allen. Allen is their star receiver. Just throw it his way, and he should be fine. They're going to check down. There appears to be a holding penalty, is my guess, as they fine Allen again. Pass interference on Brian Poole. This is our first time seeing pass interference, even though I didn't see any pass interference. Okay, that's interesting. Justin Herbert throwing it out. Pick. Oh my God, it bounces off 3 guys' hands there. He fucking had it, God. Oh my God, that was a pick, guys. That should have been a pick. We break through the line. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Jets. That's what I like to see. Jordan Jenkins with the fumble recovery as Herbert gets his 2nd fumble of the game. That's what I like to see. Eckler has fumbled once, and Herbert has fumbled twice. As we're finally starting to see some pressure on these quarterbacks, unable to do it the past 5 weeks. Finally, against the Chargers, we're starting to see our line start to move more. We're starting to get some pressure on the quarterback. Maybe their line just is garbage. Maybe it's just garbage. It is now at the 46-yard line. Darnold drops back, going to throw it to a check down to Everett, who's going to pick up about a 9-yard reception there and bring it down to a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
We're going to run it with Bell here. He's going to be brought back in the end in the backfield for a loss of 1 yard, bringing about a 3rd and 2. Bell just unable to get anything going after that touchdown run earlier in the first quarter. These Chargers defense, I mean, Bell apparently appears to be their top concern. Just stopping the run game appears to be their top concern. So today, I mean, I'm expecting more from Sam Darnold. I'm expecting him to just throw the ball a little bit more, especially after realizing that the run game just is not working. But no, they're going to hand it off to Bell again, who's going to pick up the 1st down and some, getting it down to the 40-yard line and moves the chains, giving us a new set of downs. That's what I like to see. About 2 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. If we're able to march down this field and get a touchdown, that'll give us a 3-score lead, and it'll or at least secure a 2-score. I think if we get a touchdown here, it would be a 3-score lead. So we're already up by, I think, 10. So yeah, if we march down, get a touchdown here, and give us a 3-score lead, and going into the 4th quarter, I would feel pretty secure with that. As Sam Darnold's going to drop back, sending a blitz, throwing it out wide to Chris Hogan, who grabs that one for a nice little 2-yard reception there, bringing about a 2nd and 8. Chris Hogan, 5 receptions for 40 yards on the day. Hogan's been having a little bit of a higher impact on this Jets offense in the recent weeks. 14-14. The 4-0 Green Bay Packers going up against the 4-1 Buccaneers. And sorry, I didn't even pay attention to the play. Le'Veon Bell pushing it right through after a successful stiff arm on the Chargers defenseman. Gets brought down at the 29-yard line for about a 10 to 11-yard gain there. Moving the chains ever so closer to the forever known touchdown zone. That's right, the end zone. There's Bell. Let's get a closer look. Yup, nice little stiff arm right there. Just get off me, Murray Jr. But he had some reinforcements right behind him to bring him right down immediately following that stiff arm. So now we got about a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter, as we're just going to keep on trying to rush it with Bell. Bell picks up another 3-yard gain there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7, as we should see about one more play before the end of this 3rd quarter. 35 seconds remaining here. Yep, and they're going to run it with Bell, who cuts it to the right side, and he trucks through the man, trucking through him. God, 7 seconds remaining. Just kill the clock, Darnold. Don't hike it. Please don't hike it as he hikes it. Okay. All right, end of the third quarter, and he finds Denzel Mims, bringing it down to the 12-yard line. I'm fine. If he would have thrown an incomplete pass or something, I would have been a little bit upset. Or he got sacked, I would have been upset. But you know what? That's fine. Moving the chains down to the 12-yard line. I guess he read the zones and everything. He saw what he liked, or he liked what he saw. As we're going to see another possible pass play here. Yup. As you're going to throw it to the back of the end zone. And Mims had a hand on it, but swatted away in triple coverage in the back of the end zone there. Now we're going to change it up with a little rush from Bell, who's going to be brought down right at the line. No gain there, bringing about a 3rd and 10 now. Joseph got the tackle on Bell there. All right, Darnold looking for someone. Guys are pressuring him, and he just keeps on running backwards. Now brought down at the 26-yard line. That is a 14-yard loss on that sack. I don't know why our quarterback does that. It's whatever. But now it brings out the field goal team already. Kicked from a lot farther away. Kick is up, though. And the kick is good. 16-3. That is the 3rd field goal made here. And that is the 2nd time in the red zone today that we've been stopped. Our red zone offense is horrific. Horrific. And now we're going to kick it away to the Chargers to start this 4th quarter off pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much the start of the 4th quarter. We're about, I don't know, about a minute 20 into the 4th quarter. They got all the time in the world to still try to come back here. As now they're going to have to start their 4th quarter drive at their 22. Now so far today, it's been holding on to the ball. They've had 3 fumbles today, 2 recovered by the Jets. 1 they were able to recover themselves, just barely. But here comes Herbert again, hoping to be able to secure the ball. But this rushing is, they're just going to throw it away. It's funny how Herbert knows, a rookie knows to throw it away, but Sam Darnold doesn't know to throw it away. Oh, almost sacked there. As our defensive line just keeps on getting pressure, finding the man way downfield. Herbert has all the time in the world. As once we finally able to break through that line, he finds Taylor Gabriel for the huge 1st down. Now down at the 37-yard line. As they're just going to keep on trying to move it. They have plenty of time to still score a touchdown, get us stopped by us, be able to stop us, and get down and score another touchdown to try to win the game. This is still anybody's game here. But here comes Herbert again. Gonna drop back, line, pressure. There seems to be a blitz, and they throw it to their running back right up the middle for the curl route. Unable to hold on to the ball after the hit, though. Bringing about a 2nd and 10. Herbert, low man in the backfield, throws it out wide to his wide receiver, who holds onto the ball. Bring it down now to 3rd and 1. We're starting to see a nice grab and release tactic from Herbert here. Now he's dropping back again. Curl route to his running back, Eckler. Moving the chains down to our 46-yard line. Giving them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now. Adam Gase talking to his offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator like, hey, what the fuck is going on here, man? What the fuck? We were working good all game. What is happening here? And CJ Mosley's the one who was able to get the big hit on Eckler. Now that they're on our side of the field, they're going to look to try to march down and score a touchdown here. Herbert dropping back, time in the world, still rolling out wide, goes deep to Allen. Allen unable, though, to hold on to it inside double coverage and gets the ball swatted away by Bradley McDougall. Herbert again going to drop back for a quick throw, and that one is dropped off the hit again. So the past 2 throws we have now seen 2 deflected passes thanks to our defenders. Herbert going to throw it over to Allen. Allen Allen, though, able to hold on to it thanks to his abilities. Moving the chains now down to the 36-yard line. Allen, three receptions for 46 yards. As Brandon Carr was the man with the grab there. Now move them change. Nice little quick curl route. Tries to swat it away, but Allen just has those huge, humongous hands, and he almost gets away from us. Luckily, he was able to hold on to his ankles. Now down at the 36-yard line with about 4 minutes remaining. Here comes Herbert looking for someone, cuts up the middle to his tight end, Hunter Henry, who rushes it right on down to the 14-yard line. That's 5 grabs for him and 62 yards on the day. God damn it, because we are not having any luck right now, as they haven't even reached the 4-minute mark yet. And they're already just pushing right down this field. This is the closest I think they've gotten to our end zone. And Henry just wide open, no one on him. All right, Herbert, again, going to just look to try to get this passing touchdown here. Cut up the middle, and that's an interception. The Jets, they get their first interception on the season. Who was it? Avery Williamson gets the first interception. Oh my God. Oh my God. Out of every throw we've seen and all the opportunities we've seen for an interception by the Jets defense, that's the interception we get. Oh my God, Avery Williamson, nice job there. Nice job keeping them from getting the touchdown. They try to throw it to Hunter Henry again. Williamson jumps in front and grabs it. And now here comes Darnold, who just needs to kill the clock, basically. So I think we're going to see a lot more of Le'Veon Bell. But here's Sam Darnold starting things off with a pass over to Denzel Mims, who's going to grab that right on the sideline, moving the chains. Nice little foot tap or tiptoeing there on the sideline. Denzel Mims, just an absolute monster. I don't know what we would do if we didn't have him, but he's just been an absolute monster for us. He's really been more of a wide receiver one type, or at least to Sam Darnold, he's been his main target. I'm expecting that to change as the year goes on, but we're going to see a run by Bell, who shakes off 1 tackle, shakes off 2, and he gives a stiff arm trying to break off 3, but gets brought down at the 43-yard line. Huge gains by Le'Veon Bell there. Bell finally starting to show that he will truck through anyone, and no one's going to stop him after a 15-yard gain after contact. Jesus, Bell, that's the second guy he missed, and then it took 3 of the Chargers to bring down Bell there. As now we're starting to see the play clock get killed there. They're going to just keep on handing it to Bell, who's going to rush up the middle. Big gain again, but there appears to be a flag.
Holding offense.
It is going to be a holding penalty on Chris Hogan. That is going to bring up a 1st and 20. That is just fine, though. We got 2 minutes, 52 seconds remaining on the clock. We're just going to keep on rushing it with Bell, who rushes up the middle for a gain of about 4 yards there. Bringing about a 2nd and 16. And we're going to get one more play before we get the 2-minute warning. Bell, another rush up the middle, this time not as successful, but he does pick up 3 yards there. As now we've hit the 2-minute warning. As now is going to be I believe it was a 3rd and 15, no, 3rd and 13 here. Now will we go for a pass, or are we just going to kill the clock with Bell? And it's just going to kill the clock with Bell. Bell runs right into the heavy traffic, brought down, and there's going to be a timeout by the Chargers. Okay, so now we're just going to punt it away from our 44-yard line. Possible chance of bogging them down in their thing. Oh no, they could block it. Oh, there's a penalty. Possibly roughing the kicker there. I think that's what we're going to see, a roughing the kicking call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that's exactly what we're going to see, and that means, boys, that we are going to get the ball back. That's right, a 1st and 10, moving the chains forward to what I like to see. Because now we're going to get more opportunity to kill just more and more of this clock. And this game is all but over here. It's pretty much over anyways. As Bell trying to shimmy his way through 3 defenders, unable to do it, able to get by 2, but that 3rd defender was able to bring him down after a gain of about 2 yards there. 2nd and 7 now on the 38-yard line. Chargers used a timeout, stopping the clock. As Bell, if he's able to pick up the 1st down, which he does, should secure the win for us. As he was able to pick up the 1st down, moving the chains now down to the 31-yard line. Chargers have no timeouts here. But we got a minute 40 left. Bell run up the middle again, and there's a flag. What's the flag going to be this time?
Holding offense.
And it's going to be a holding call on Alex Lewis. Alex Lewis, I'm looking to move on from him. He's been rather awful, allowing plenty of sacks, and right now getting a holding call. We're going to get another rushing attempt for it now, bringing about 2nd and 13. About a minute left in this game. We'll just keep on killing the clock. Hands it off to Bell. Runs out wide. All the room in the world. Kidding right on down. And Bell, 34-yard rushing touchdown for Le'Veon Bell to end this game. I mean, it's not completely over, but that touchdown all but secures the W for us. Look at that. That's the longest run by Bell all season, and it was gauzed at the very end of an already won. We already won the game. Oh, we're going for 2. Wow, this is kind of not nice. But we're going to go for 2 here. 2-point conversion. Curl route right over to Jamison Crowder. 2-point conversion is good. Okay. Okay. 2-point conversion. I mean, I don't know why we went for the 2-point conversion, but get your points, man. Pad those stats. Maybe it was fantasy. I think I own him on fantasy, and that's why we did it. You know, we were like, oh man, I need these 2 points, you know, to secure the win this week in fantasy football. So I guess that's what we wound up doing, as now we're going to kick this ball away to the Chargers, who's going to receive it in their end zone. They're going to run it out, though, and he's going to be brought down right around the 20-yard line. Now Herbert has 46 seconds left to at least score a touchdown of some sort here. Will he go for it, or are they just going to run the clock out knowing that this game is already over? Herbert ruined his perfect season for no interceptions today late in the 4th quarter, as we try to throw an all blitz. Deep ball to Allen, and Allen jumps up and grabs it. Now at our 39-yard line, here comes him again, looking to go deep. Quick little flat route there, finding his man, moving the ball down to the 19. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to do it. Allen in 2 plays, able to get all the way down to the red zone, but unable to get another play, as they just took too much time. But that's going to do it in today's game. The New York Jets are going to pick up the W, as Le'Veon Bell had a chance for 3 touchdowns today, only able to get up 2 though, as we passed for 202 yards, rushed for 120, and the score today was 24-3. As now we're going to go into the stats revolving around this game, see what how everyone looked, how everyone was feeling, and really try to find that MVP of the game. Looking at these stats here, going over to the Jets, Sam Darnold went 23 for 25, 216 yards. No passing touchdowns, no interceptions, but he did very well. Over to the rushing side of the ball, Le'Veon Bell, 25 attempts for 115 yards and 2 tutties on the day. Receiving wise, we were led by Denzel Mims again, 5 receptions for 66 yards. Gerald Everett went 8 receptions for 60 yards. Chris Hogan, 5 receptions for 40. Jamison Crowder, 2 receptions for 29. And Le'Veon Bell, 3 receptions for 21. Lamont Gillard allowed the only sack of the day. Defensively, C.J. Mosley and Marcus May allowed these solo tackles, or led the way in solo tackles. Total tackles went to C.J. Mosley. Tackles for a loss goes to Quinnell Williams, Clay Matthews, and Jordan Jenkins. QB sacks went to Steve McClendon and Quinnen Williams. And then interception by Avery Williamson. First interception on the day. Kicking stats, punting stats. Oh, you didn't get to see punting stats. Oh, that's weird. I guess we didn't punt. Kick return and punt return. And now let's get on to the news around the league. Looking around the league, the only player signed this week was Shamar Stevenson, the defensive tackle to the Titans. Resignees, Alex Okafor gets re-signed. Kwan Williams, Jakiski Tart, Alex Amara Jr., Lawrence Guy, Leonard Floyd, Willie Snead the fourth gets re-signed as well. Over to trades. Any trades? Any trades? There, I think, nope, no trades on today. But we have a very interesting predicament. Oh wait, releasees. Greg Josephs gets released this week by the Tennessee Titans, the kicker. Now I want to go over something very interesting with you boys real quick. We wound up getting an player of the week, and that's Le'Veon Bell. 25 carries, 115 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 3 receptions for 21 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week for week number 6. AFC Defensive Player of the Week went to Richardson, 6 tackles for loss and 3 sacks. NFC Offensive Player of the Week went to Carson Wentz, who went 19 for 26 for 219 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. Sacked 2 times, 4 carries for 19 yards. And then the NFC Defensive Player of the Week went to Khalil Mack, 13 tackles for loss. 3 sacks and 1 forced fumble. Going on to what's going to be happening this week. Heads up, the Bills are one of the tougher defensive units we'll face this season. They gave up less than 17. They give up less than 17 points a game, but that might be all we need. If we can find a way to put 17 points on the board, I'm very confident that our defense will win. Commit to scoring 2 touchdowns. Commit to scoring 3 touchdowns. Challenge defense to step up. I'm going to go with commit to scoring 2 touchdowns. Yeah. Against this defense, 2 Ds is going to be tough. But we should be able to manage that, and it should be enough to win. So I'm going to go with scoring 2 touchdowns this week against the Buffalo Bills in the next episode. And we also get one more talk. This is going to be about Tre'Davious White again. Coach, we need to think about prioritizing the run this week because Tre'Davious White is going to be shadowing all our receivers all game. There might not be a better man-to-man corner in the football. His abilities to break on the ball is ridiculous, and there's a good chance he makes us pay for throwing it his way. Look, man, I'm not worried about Tre'Davious White. I'm not interested in running the ball because that's exactly what the Bills are expecting us to do. I want our QB to do 2 things on every play. Find White and throw the ball in the opposite direction. We're going to go pass heavy against the Bills, if you say so, Coach, but I'm going to recommend spread formation so our QB can find one-on-one matchups away from White's side of the field. That's fine. Beat the Bills, pass for 400-plus yards and 0 interceptions. I don't think we're going to get that many yardage, but I do think we're going to be able to walk away with a W against the Bills, as we did beat them before. When we are 1 game right now from tying with first. If the Patriots lose and Dolphins lose this week, we could tie them in wins with 4 if we beat the Bills as well. But as we can see, Patriots 4-1, Dolphins 4-2, and we're down at 3-3. So we need them to lose a couple more games there. But we do go up against the Patriots twice still in our calendar, so we could just force them to lose 2 games. And if we ends up in a tiebreaker, we would have the win since we beat them twice. But in going into the next episode, boys, I can't wait to go up against the Buffalo Bills again and hopefully walk away with the win. This time we're at our home stadium of MetLife Stadium. And until next time, boys, see you later.